What up, y'all? It's Eternal Authenticity, broadcasting live. And today I'm just now returning from the store, actually, a food mart. And it was just a simple in and out. And honestly, it was in an area that's very low vibrational, very poor, very broke, very just streety, evil, just toxic. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, I found myself going in there, and there was like three or four guys standing outside. They're on the front. They're little puppets. They're asking me. They just you can tell you can just sense out people's vibes. It's vibes. That's all it is. It's not skin color. It's not material stuff. It's the vibes. No matter what. Okay, no matter what. It's not about. I put it on everything. It's vibes. It's underneath everything. It's your soul is at chaos within yourself. That's what it is. Because that's why I say it's not about skin color. Because guess what? The whole rainbow of colors out here, there's there's evil versions of each of those colors, if y'all know what I mean. If y'all want to break it up and talk about how diverse the world is and how many different frequencies and energies and colors there are, well, guess what? How about y'all understand what I'm saying is out of all the colors on the rainbow, guess what? There's also a counter color, like an evil color, if that makes any sense to y'all. Like an evil arch nemesis, if that makes any sense to y'all. I'm not gonna stay with that so long, heavy in their mind, but I'm saying that's what I went through. Anyways, they were offering me pharmaceutical drugs. I'm like, no, y'all are a joke. And I just walk in and I laugh, you know what I'm saying? And then as I'm leaving, one of the guys, he's like, "Hey, the lady said that you were talking about my hair. My hair, you said my hair was nappy, this and that." And I'm like, "She lying." You know what I'm saying? Like, you really trying to pick a fight with someone that you don't even know for nothing, literally. You know what I'm saying? And like, yeah, in my head, I'm like, "Nobody's scared of you. Nobody's scared of you. Get off the streets. Get a car. The way you living, you're gonna be dead next year." And then they were like, "Oh, and they hit him low, Then they were initially when I was walking up the door, they were like, "Yeah, that's right, put your Beats headphones on, this and that." And then that's when I took them off, and that's how this whole little interaction of 30 seconds happened. They were just like, "I don't even know what they're saying, They're like, the lady said you said." I'm like, "She's lying. And I'm like, "Yo, get out the streets, get a car, get a life. The way you living, you're gonna be dead next year." You know what I'm saying? And like, I say that, and that hit them low. And then I got in my car. I felt the vibe, the tension, the energy. They want people to fight. They want people to be on the edge of their seats. They want drama. You know what I'm saying? I even said that to them, and I'm like, I didn't feed it to them. That's why that stuff doesn't last that long. And guess what? I'm driving out. I'm reversing, and guess what? They start try to gang up or whatever. Even though it's like three or four guys versus one, that's already a coward's play, a coward's move by them. The fact that it takes three or four people just to go against me, that's already shows that you're beneath me. And guess what? They actually threw a rock at my car. And it's funny, I'm not even mad. You know why? Because I have a cash car. I have a car that it gets me from point A to point B, and it's fully functioning, fully working. And yeah, honestly, from the initial previous owner or guardian title holder of the car, of course, they did have a few, the paint might have had some little chips or here or there. You know what I'm saying? Like it has its wear, you know what I'm saying? It's an older car, you know what I'm saying? It's over a decade old. So like, with that being said, like I already have been aware that it isn't just like a brand new 2020 Lamborghini, something like that with no wear and tear. Nah, you know what I'm saying? I'm cool with it. It works and it's not even bad at all. But they threw the rock and I checked when I got home and the rock didn't even do anything at all. Like, there's nothing. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it was just kind of funny how that whole thing was another test, in life because that's a big test. And honestly, I'm glad I actually went through relationship war because it's helped me to conquer my own self inside, like internally. Cause like I'm gonna break it down to y'all. So like in school, elementary, middle school, high school, like it's cool, right? But a lot of us, we got put on medications, prescribed medications for like focus, concentrating, pharmaceutical stuff, so we can focus on our homework. And people were doing all types of other stuff outside of that, But like, and even without that too, even without that, all I'm saying is we're younger and we're in like a structured place where there's all these rules and this and that, supervision and everything. And sometimes we may want to let some stuff out. You know what I'm saying? So we do that in sports or weightlifting or even riding or even just communicating. But some people get caught up in the wrong things like fighting. And this and that. And like bottom line is I'm saying like I noticed throughout my voyage and journey throughout life, elementary school, middle school, high school, all those schools, like none of those schools I never, nobody ever had no problem with me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm unmesswithable, unbeepable. You know what I'm saying? I'm unstoppable. You know what I'm saying? Like I am eternal. I am freedom. I am love. I am invincible. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm smart. I'm intelligent. I'm wise beyond my years. And like what I realized throughout school, a lot of these people in these schools, public schools in different areas and stuff like that throughout the world, some of these people, they don't have a mom. They don't have a dad. Their parents might be dead. They might have abandoned them. They might be, in different mental facilities and, bondage and this and that. And, they have already just a fast paced, quick fix, destructive type of lifestyle. So that's how they come into the world. So like we get experience being around some of these people when we're at school. And a lot of times very unpleasant because we're taking on all their pain and we think, oh yeah, we gotta have a tough, hard, painful life just like them, like they're trying to bring us down with them. We're like floating high. That's literally what the encounter today felt like. I'm floating high, high above, and then these little gremlins are like they're already beneath, what I'm saying, trying to bring the lion down. And it's just hilarious to be honest with y'all that's what it's come down to, you know. It's actually hilarious. But anyways, it's no big deal at all. I'm protected. I'm protected at all times. I'm watched at all times. The universe works in my favor. I'm here on planet Earth for the next 100 years and on, so have no fear, have no worries, just know thyself. For real, know thyself and know what's real, know what's not worth your time. And that's definitely not worth my time. That's why 30 seconds, boom, gone. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you find yourself around low vibrational gremlins, evil little creatures that just, are stuck in this whole puppet mask thing, not being who they truly are, don't waste your time at all. Don't waste your time at all because it's not worth it. And your intuition is for real about it. That's something I realized all throughout my life. That's why I went to a nerdy school for part of my life because I'm so talented and gifted, So it wasn't any of that evil, low vibrational, immature, ignorant type of stuff there. And then when I transitioned to high school and started working, I that stuff came back again, being around that type of stuff, but nothing serious or severe or violent or anything like that. I've always been smart enough to stay away from that. And then as I became vegan and whatnot, I become more and more sensitive and also at the same time more and more like on top of things, more and more in my heart space. You know what I'm saying? Like us vegans, we're not better than nobody. And at the same time, we stand as like a lighthouse, like because we literally are the healthiest people, the healthiest souls out there, literally. I don't care what you think. It's just the truth. We are the healthiest out there. And like with that being said, it gets you in the realization that hey, it's spiritual warfare going on out here. So those little tough guys, fake little puppets none of them will last in a ring with me. If they got into a boxing ring or a UFC ring or a taekwondo match or any of that stuff, none of them will match with me. you know But that's the spiritual warfare we have here. We have people like that who they carry around weapons, they carry around knives, they carry around guns, they eat toxic food, they have destructive toxic habits, and they do this stuff, and you know, at the same time they're cowards, because that's where the whole crossroads thing comes at. You take a man like me, who I am the strongest on the block. I don't need weapons. The only weapon I have is my mind. That's the only weapon I need is my mind. So the point is that when I know myself and I know me, the martial arts background that I have, the martial arts experience, the boxing experience that I have, and guidance from mentors, and I know easily none of these people would last, you know, in a ring or whatever, that's how you know what's up, because then you have the other side where they're too much of a coward to actually be presentable and professional and civilized and peaceful, that they think that this other little games and knick-knack stuff and fake puppets, matrix stuff is going to mess with us. And who knows what they have. Some of these people have weapons, guns, knives, whatever, and that's where the whole crossroads thing comes, because they want to try to pull you in because they know you're stronger than them. So that's why they want to use man-made weapons, to try to get one up on you when it's already not even fair, that's why I left all that stuff. I'm leaving all that stuff out and behind from my life, because that's never been me, that's never been me at all my whole life. Even as a baby, as a child, especially more so, I've been even so much more peaceful. I wasn't the type of baby that was crying. My parents weren't, drunk, drinking, taking drugs and stuff like that. They weren't abandoning me and stuff. Like, I actually have amazing parents. And like, as a baby, I wasn't crying. I wasn't throwing temper tantrums. I'm very peaceful, and I'm staying like that all my life. So that's how there's certain stuff out of whack in this world. Don't be scared about it. Just listen to your intuition on stuff. For real. And that's what I've done, and that's what I'm doing. That's why I'm forever free and I'm protected, by universal angels and guides, and just by myself, my own common sense. You know what I'm saying? For real. People want you, they want to bring you into their destructive world, their problems, their chaos, So don't waste your precious energy on those, because they are already beneath you and they will already suffer the consequences. So anyways, again, let's embrace living a marvelous life of karma-free living, as well as abundance, as well as love, as well as life, as well as freedom. It's Eternal Authenticity, broadcasting live. Peace.